guys, Dosage Toys friends and followers. We're back for part 2 of this one. So this is me reopening some of the boxes I put in storage for about 2 years whilst we moved house and bits and pieces. So if you haven't seen part 1, I reassembled my cabinet and I've put back a fair few items from the first crate. So I've got 2 of these Australia Post kind of massive boxes that I'm going to do today. So I'm thinking this part 2 is probably going to be a 3-part series because I know I've got another monster crate with some of my bigger vehicles in it. But I believe these ones are quite heavy, so I'm pretty sure it's M.A.S.K, Smith on card stuff with in acrylic cases. But let's have a look. So I'll try and get a closer look at all of them too, so you kind of see both of them. But we'll start with this one here. This one was heavier, so it's probably going to have more M.A.S.K in it. I honestly can't remember, it was that long ago. As it is, my memory is shocking, so give me 2 years behind the belt and it's not good. Alright, so yeah, some nice M.A.S.K here. So I've got a brown snake Yoda 65 back B. Now, a lovely card, unpunched, it works, but it's got a lot of my Minton cards have got some issues, and this one's got a little bubble crack at the bottom. I had him stored lying down to hopefully not make that any worse, but yeah, there's a nice 65. Nice, it's got a big bubble crack at the bottom, but I like it. You can get them for a fraction of the cost half the time, and in acrylic they just display so well. So that's a 65 B Yoda. So I'll put him at the back of my ESB kind of stuff for now. I love carded items. I used to have a lot more, but I've cleared the house a bit and kept myself to sort of one cabinet. I love carded items because they just make the most amazing backdrop to a cabinet. As you can see, a carded Yoda looks brilliant. The artwork, the figure itself, obviously. So I reckon carded figures are brilliant for the back of a cabinet. They look brilliant. That's me. A lot of people just got carded. You do yours, all vintage toys. You're winning no matter what. Now here's another little ripper, Star Wars vintage. It's a tri-logo Vader. What are they, 79 backs, sorry. I forget what these general mills. There's so many different tri-logos. This is really nice. These tri-logos always generally got nice clear bubbles, but they're often hampered with killer amounts of dents. This one's quite nice. It's got a little bit of denting, but for a tri-logo, quite nice. And of course, it's Vader. I believe it's pretty common. Vader's a pretty common tri-logo figure in a tri-logo card. I've seen and sold quite a few of them in my days, and he's obviously going right there behind the Vaders. Now, I found the Star Wars, you could fit about 4 in my cabinet, I think 4 M.A.S.K at the back, so let's keep on the Vader focus now. I can't take credit for these all. This one may or may not belong to my wife. It does. It's a Takara alternate sculpt, 12 back Vader. It's a beautiful figure. One of the cooler variants, obviously, is different sculpt. It's got a Japan, made in Japan CLO. Now this guy has lovely condition. He's fully sealed, clear bubble, fully sealed clear bubble, but he's got some veining at the top. So, and they're cool. Those Takaras have got that white backdrop. It's a bloody gorgeous M.A.S.K. I like to say I sourced it for my wife, but I don't think she did. I think I did. I think she got it herself. But that's a ripper. I love that figure. I've only had that figure loose, I think, twice. It's a beautiful figure, and carded. It's so cool. So that's the alternate sculpt, white backdrop, gold back. She's got some lovely Vaders. I'm not sure if it's in this box, but there's an absolute corker Vader. So look, Vaders are going to go in no apparent order. They're just going in there. So we take a break from the Lord himself. We go to a nice, different line. One of my favourite Superhouse figures, Wonder Woman. So that's a French one. Super Puissance. I don't know if that's the correct pronunciation for that, but French Canadian back. It's got some veining. This one's got some veining at the top of the card. Horizontal veins. I don't know if you can see them or not, but it's got a lovely clear bubble. It displays beautifully. This is another one of those M.A.S.K acrylic cases from Collector's Warehouse. Most of my, I think all of my acrylics match that style. Now with me, with carded figures, I said it before, I don't mind a little bit of damage, a little bit of a vein. It gives a bit of it makes it look old and whatnot, a little bit of character. But and it displays so well. But for me, I love a clear bubble. I don't really like a yellow bubble. If it's because you can't see the figure, it gives it that tinge. And you've got such beautiful colours in some of these guys. You don't want to have that hampered. So I'll prefer any day of the week a clear bubble with a crack in it that you can't see so much. Even if you can see the crack, then a yellow bubble. A lot of people don't mind yellow bubbles, they prefer no crack. I'm opposite. I like to display my stuff. It's got that tinge of yellow, especially a white figure like a stormtrooper or a layer or whatever. It gives that yellow tinge. I don't like so. Most of mine are clear bubble. This one's got massive veining like this. But don't care, to me it looks beautiful. And obviously she's going to go behind my superpowers. Just give it the artwork on the superpowers. It's so colourful. They just pop. Like the figures, they just pop. And I've got another one here. I've got a Joker. Now I just like to use, because the second ago I said I don't like yellow bubbles. He's got a tinge of yellow, but not terrible. And it's also cracked at the bottom. I think I got this very, very cheap. So it's a Viral Beater, and it's also got shaved for purchase at the bottom. So this was very affordable. And that's what I like about him. He's very affordable. He's just got a tinge of yellow, so you can still see the figure really nicely. Yeah, so, and what a classic character, Joker. Specky. This is going to be fun. Let's put a little shift right down there. These will probably get shuffled around a little bit. Just don't want to spend half an hour doing that right now. But I do know that there's another one coming. So let's bounce back to Vader for a minute, shall we? This is actually mine. It's a reseal though. It's a Palatoy 12 back Vader. Beautiful figure, beautiful bubble. But well, not resealed. It's just coming loose on the side, so it was never resealed. But the seal is popping top and right side and half of the bottom. So the figure I believe can cut out, but it's just displayed so beautifully. You got to love that Palatoy logo, right? Anyway, another Vader for the collection. Not sure Vaders would fit on the top shelf because I know there's another. How many do I? Actually, I just remember I fit 5 if you give the 2 corner ones a slight angle. You get 3 in the middle, I believe. Test that theory, 3 in the middle and 2 on the edges. It's still not enough, but we'll take it for now. This is a cool one. 47 back forearm offer. Luke Bespin, orange hair. One of my favourite figures, that Luke orange hair. My missus got me into these variants. I thought variants was just people who were trying to make money, but they are a thing. There's so many cool ones. Anyway, forearm 47 back. This one's got a tinge of yellow, otherwise it's unpunched and make and it's got the tiniest of lithotears top right. And none of this is for sale, guys. I'm just showing you my love and what I got. So Luke Bespin's going to have to go pretty nicely next to Yoda, I reckon, for now. So this large box is all M.A.S.K. It's nearly over halfway done. Let's go back to Superpowers, shall we? The Flash. So this guy's actually really affordable. He comes up carded all the time. You get him around $100 mark, $150 mark. He's got beautiful clear bubble like I like, and he's got a pretty harsh vein along the top here, and it turns into a rip. You can probably see it from the front too. It turns into a rip on the top right corner of the bubble. So look, from a distance, from 30 centimeters away, it just looks spectacular, and further even better. But you look really close, you can see the rip, but I love it. I got him for about 100-ish, I think. You can't go wrong for mine. Now I remember, I've got a couple of first world problems will kick in a bit later, but for now, just going to pop in there. This will change for Casey Jones. I don't have acrylic stands for the couple of Playmates Turtle figures I've got there, so I need to source them. I don't think they'll be too hard. Oh, there's absolutely a couple of rippers here. So this is a made in Mexico 77A Vader. That's magnificent condition. Flat card, clear, perfect bubble. And again, I don't know if it's mine, but I found it and bought it for my missus. She'll claim it as hers, but that's alright. All goes in the same cabinet. That's a really nice fader. Made in Mexico. I don't know where to put these guys. There's another 2 betas in this box, so I'm going to run lean. There. We have this one on my face. I got this ages ago. It's FA75 Ben, 12 back A. So obviously if that was perfect card and bubble, whatever, that would be worth a fair bit. But it's got a shattered, not shattered, but a big zigzag. It's got a big zigzag bubble crack. Bottom right. I bought this ages ago. I got it for, I think it was just over $100. I mean, that mint Ben loose is probably, well, is definitely worth that now. Dead mint loose. But look, you got a 12 back card, unpunched. Beautiful. The subgrade was, the bubble got a 75, so it's got a big dent on the left side. I'm assuming the crack wasn't there, or the crack can't have been there when it got graded, because surely that's an instant 50. But yeah, that must have cracked in transit. But yeah, 75 a card, 80, figure 85. Lovely. I think I paid just on $100 for that, shipped. I've got some other things with it too, so I was stoked with that. What I'm going to do here, look, I'm going to have to put Ben with Bespin for now. It does not fit whatsoever, but it is what it is. So keep shuffling them all now, I'll be here forever. This is another one I got super cheap. It's a 21 back, oh man, I can't remember if that's a G or H. If you know off the top of your head with a sticker, 21 back, secret offer with a sticker. I think it's H. I don't know. Anyway, our hand solo, the bubble is completely lifting off. Only the very bottom is holding. And I got that for a steal as well, 50 or $60. So look at, I reckon that the card back's got to be bloody worth that, you know? Anyway, I'm happy with that. They say, oh, cheap display stuff, it's budget friendly. Here's also going to get mismatched on the Bespin shelf. So yeah, pretty dodge, but we'll figure that out later. Now look at another one of my favourite superpowers is I've got Robin. Again, clear bubble. I don't think he's got any cracks, this bubble. Yeah, he's got big veins on the top right and another little rip, similar to the other one I had with the top right, rip here. But one iconic character, clearly, obviously. It's just gorgeous, man. The colours, man, they nailed these figures from the start. What year are these? Like, are they 83, 85? These are 85. They absolutely just knocked these figures out of the park. I've seen a lot of reiterations of Superpowers figures, and I don't think they've matched this quality personally, but I'm very biased, obviously. Let's move Donnie up. I think he'll squeeze in here for now. The problem we're going to have is if the next box has got more mocks, I'm in trouble. So I've saved the best for the last in this one. This is a very, very, very scarce fader. We actually tried to sell it. My missus just wanted her money back. Pretty sure she would still part with this one. Not sure why, but we've got Darth Vader Glass Light. I think it's technically pronounced Glass Lite, Brazilian. But you tell me the pronunciation, that's never bothered me. So look at that logo, it's epic. I've just slammed on the Power Force logo. I'm going to bring this one around for a closer look because it's so cool. It's got a Power Force logo. Darth Vader. These are some of the rarest and coolest variants you can get. I think there's 8 of them. Is there 8 of them? Or 9 of them? I'm not sure. There might be 9 of them. I think that's all of them pictured there. That's so scarce. Vader's not overly easy to get. None of them really are overly easy to get. The alternate sculpts. The weapons are unique. They're just gorgeous. Very hard to find. That's a really nice piece. It's roughly valued around somewhere the 5 to 6K Aussie mark, depending on the day, depending on the buyer. But that's got pretty common with these. It's got staple holes. They were stapled quite a bit. It's got staple holes. I can't see them now. got a couple of sets of staple holes somewhere on it. Yeah, there. So I think they had tags stapled to them. Beautiful figure. That case is slightly wider, so he's not going to fit in the beautiful spot I kept. I'm just going to put him there to hog a little bit of the ESB limelight over there for now. That's the first box done. Now this box, a little bit lighter, but still heavy. So I think it's some M.A.S.K and some loose stuff. But let's have a look at it. Alright, so a handful of M.A.S.K, some cool loose stuff on the top. Let's have a look. We've got the other DiBiase, the green WF HASBRO green DiBiase Series 5, maybe. I'm not sure. Tell me if I'm wrong. I probably am wrong. I don't know. I'm not perfect on the series off the top of my head for them. Then we got Beefcake. So goofy, this figure, that you have to like it. Such a cool figure. He's got his shoes as well. He's got the sickest lunatic face on him. Hopefully you can see that. I'm sure HASBRO lovers would know that figure well. So there's a couple of cool characters too from the DiBiase and the Beefcake. I think I actually ended up getting a fair few more of these HASBROs than I remember, because I can see a couple more here. And we got Papa Shango. That bone necklace is pretty tricky to get, and but this character didn't do anything for me. But I got a load of these little LJNs in, and Papa Shango was in there complete, and his condition was so lovely that makeup's unchipped. So lovely, I thought, look, let's just keep him, mate. Too nice. It's a handful of HASBROs here, so I'll do a couple at a time. We've got, look, the best of wise is, ever will be, you know how it is. It's Bret the Hitman Hart. I love him as an individual wrestler. I can't say as a tag team wrestler he did me any favours or didn't scar my childhood when they beat Demolition, him and that night hard potato. Anyway, that's a bloody cool figure. They captured that so well. The way he's got his thing to the side is so cool. Two of my longest childhood friends were Heart Foundation fans, and I was Demolition. We had somewhat of a rivalry, and I did enjoy watching SummerSlam 90 so much with them, especially after the first fall when Demolition got it. And it was bloody best of 3 falls, for crying out loud, come on. Anyway, look, speaking of Demolition, I've got Crush in here. I don't know where Axe and Smash are, but I've got Crush in here with three helmets. One being now on the floor. Let me get that now, just in case my puppy runs across and decides to eat my genuine Demolition helmet. So yeah, Axe and Smash initially didn't come with helmets, I believe. Crush did. Crush came in a 2-pack. Anyway, look, for me, Crush, just a little bit of a WWF fan talk here for a sec. For me, Crush symbolised kind of the downfall of Demolition. So whilst he was a cool character, I think that was when they lost the belts, and for me, hard to recover from. So this LJ, this HASBRO shelf is starting to crank up here. I can't remember what I'm going to do, but once I get stuff everything in there, eventually I'll sort it out. Now I've got the Hulk stuff. Come on, the Bear Hug Hulk stuff. I don't know if it was Series 1 or the Gorilla Press 1 was Series 1, but I like this one the most, and didn't hunt him out. He came out a lot, and yeah, he shall be mine. I always say to myself, when you get a nice figure and you can't let it go. Then I've got a couple of customs. Dino Bravo, he was always one of my favourite figures. I saw a dude called Peter Poulos selling some customs, and yeah, I bought him a couple. We've dealt with him before. We did a trade, I think, actually, for Joe's or something. I can't remember. Star Wars. Anyway, Dino Bravo, he's bloody good there, hand painted. He's done such a good job. That's how I imagine that figure would have come out. That had been made. And then he's got, these are also customs, Warlord and Barbarian. The Powers of Pain. Another rivalry of Demolition actually took Mr. Fuji off our hands and made us goodies for a while. But these are really cool customs. If you're into WWF and you like customs, Peter Poulos, I can link him in here. He does heaps of them. I just brought a couple of the ones I wanted. Let me put these in here somewhere being the key. So I'm going to have to put them down with the Joes for now because I'm running lean. Running lean on HASBRO space, premium. I think I'm stuffed up because we've got a fair bit more M.A.S.K. And then I can fit there. So, like I said, first world problems. They've got a couple of cool superpowers. These are ones I picked up sort of later. This must be one of the last boxes I packed because I only got this guy maybe, I'm not even sure, not that long ago. You know how it is. Kazumino ni Hayako. You tell me his name. If you don't know, samurai, of course. Cool figure. Pretty hard to get in good condition. And then that mailaway Clark Kent. So cool too. So I never had these, I only got these. It must have been about a year ago. Or unless I put back these up and then slipped them in later. But bloody cool figures, never had them. I've got some superpower stands buzzing around somewhere, so I must find them and get this guy standing nicely in case you have a bit of a tremor. Love these stands, just if you bump into the shelf or someone gets excited, hate them all falling down. Set up 6 domino. Definitely need a bit of sorting here. Alright, so I believe the rest are mocks. Yes. So I've got one of those half-size Superpowers Batman mocks. These are cool. Also believe these are available in service stations in some countries. Bloody wicked. I had to have one of these. And look at that custom case. Spectacular. Again, I think that's Collector's Warehouse job. I'm really going to run lean on spots for these, so I'm going to go Batman front and centre behind the mask. Makes no sense, but only to me. Then we got a G.I. Joe mock. Now this is a Fun School. These are cool. These are, I think they're licensed re-releases overseas. These are not, there's Indian ones and then there's, I think Russian ones or something. I'm not sure. The Indian ones are worth a ton. They've done them so well. I do believe the quality of the figures themselves are pretty average and the O-rings go immediately. The packaging, I know some of the bubbles are pretty dodgy too. It's a little bit wavy. It's a weaker cardboard, very thin cardstock, but very cool display items. I've actually got a couple of them. See if I've got another one of them handy. Where is he? Yeah, here we go. Storm Shadow. So his bubble was already tinged in yellow. I don't think it was when I got it. And it's got a really thin cardstock. It's super thin and it warps up hard, but beautiful artwork. And obviously, I got these for about $30 each, I think, roughly. So a fraction of the cost. I mean, I think probably acrylics cost me more at the time. Fraction of the cost of genuine releases. And I don't think these are considered repros. If I was to change my way I thought and get them out, but I believe Fun School, I know they're very collectible, especially the Indian ones. Didn't know what they were until, I don't know, 5 years ago. I was watching one of those action figure industries auctions and people were buying them and paying quite a lot for the Indian ones. And I looked them up and yeah, there's non-Indian ones. This is one of my favourite pieces. So this is Takara Ripper. Mint on card, vintage, Japanese, mint on card, fully sealed. This one's actually in really nice condition. I don't think I paid a lot, maybe $200, give or take. Spectacular bubble and card, that one. And I never had him or Torch as a kid, and always wanted them. Now I got him. Oh, I've got a very magical mint on card. Probably not worth much, but the colours is blowing into my eyeballs right now. Then I've got another Takara, but this one's a reseal. This is the Baroness. I got him locally. It's part of a trade, the company I traded for, but Baroness is one of my favourite figures, and I love these Takaras. They're worth a fair bit of money, but like I said, she was a reseal. I don't think she cost me a whole lot, trade value or something, and I honestly can't remember what that was, but beautiful, beautiful item. So I've got a couple of Takaras, one sealed, one not sealed. See if I can squeeze them behind me Joes. I've got a hell of a lot more G.I. Joes somewhere. So I'm looking forward to the last couple of, I think I've got another one of these white Australian post boxes lurking around, and then I've got a massive crate. I know the crate's got two of mine. Bigger and more favourite vehicles, vintage vehicles. One's a Joe, one's Star Wars. Just think best vehicles of all time, and it should come to your head what they are. Look, I'm not going to be going to these, but for some reason I've got a retro series, bloody Yoda and Boba Fett. Even went to the effort of bloody getting those horrid stickers off with lighter fluid. It takes a while, got to be patient, but I don't know why I got them. Anyway, that looks cool. And then what have I got? Then I got a Crimson Guard, Jerry Crimson Guard, and it's on this little mini custom card back. There's a dude in the US makes them. I reckon they're cool. It opens up too, so it's not sealed, like a little clamshell kind of thing. Very cool. One of my favourite figs. Oh, I've got another one of him too, but when that came up, it wasn't expensive. I thought, why not? Slide in there for now. I think it's all the Joes in this box. Okay, and I've got a couple of Star Wars AFA Lucy's. I've got a Hong Kong Vader. I don't think there's anything special about that Vader. And then we've got so UKGs actually, sorry, AFAs. Leia Vestman, UKG 85, both 85s. They're not mine either, and they belong to my beautiful wife. So they'll go one in Vader and one in Vestman. Very top heavy at the moment, aren't I? I tend to put the bigger stuff at the bottom because if I put them high, they suck the LED lighting. But I've got LED strips. I'm going to set this up properly this time. Oh, another great figure. I've got a AFA 90. Oh, well, that's the one. This is AFA 80. Sorry, Lily Letter Yoda Retorno variant. I'll break about finding this. I think I paid 400 Oz Australian for this. Definitely worth a ton more than that, but beautiful figure. Those bloody leady canes. Good luck finding them. If you need one, just a cane, go. So Master Yoda shall go front and centre best for the time being. And we've got this is such a cool one. This is from my mate Simo. Sold a bunch of stuff for him, and he had this one come across. And I had this very toy as a child. Could not, if I had not seen this come past my eye, I would not have remembered it. It's Mysterians. This one's Explorer or something like that. Explorer Scout. They're real random little gadgets that kind of look like a shape, and then they open up into a robot, and they have like little mini maps, and yeah, they're very cool. This is absolute mongrel card. Full beater. It's got stains on it. I absolutely love it. But the bubble's relatively clear. You know, I've got to find an acrylic for that. I'm sure someone does. I just haven't had the time to, or the energy, or for what it was. Mysterions. That's cool. Simo, you're the man. That's one of my pride and joys. And I'll put him top shelf, mate. You can go up there, mate, with M.A.S.K. The works. Explorer Scout Mysterions. Then, so I've got two LJN HASBRO, HASBRO WWF box. Which one do I start with? They're both. I've got a tag team and an individual. Some are fake, so I'm going to start with the tag team. I got this so cheap, it was ridiculous. I think I paid $70 for this. So that's the Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels. One of them went on to be an absolute superstar. The other one went to be not good. Look up what Marty Jannetty did. Pretty controversial and pretty cooked. It's pretty dodgy, so I won't even mention it here. But anyway, the Rockers at the time, such a cool phenom running around. All their moves were in unison, whipping people around the rope, double drop kicks, the works. Very well choreographed. These two figures are pretty chumpish, you know, top heavy, freaky looking molds. You know, they use those molds for a couple of figures, you can tell straight away who they were. Superfly Snacker and whatnot, the ones that do the splash off the top rope. One of the Warriors was like that too. Anyhow, love this dude. Love these tag team at the time. I don't think they ever got the gold. They might have got it once, briefly. But yeah, it's such a cool tag team. Where do I put them, man? I'm loaded, yeah? We'll put them down for a second. It's very much going to change because I've stuffed up. And then, character was a bit of a potato. Always got pinned in 2 seconds, eliminated from the Royal Rumble in 5 seconds flat. But very iconic, very cool. I mean, who cruises around with a parrot? And you know what I'm talking about, right? Coco Beware. The figure is so colourful, and also he's got that goofy mold, the splash sort of mechanism where you push down on the back of his thing and he shoots off from his feet. Coco Beware, baby. Sounds like a bird. So cool, man. And this is a foreign card too. What is it? Is it French? It looks French to me, yeah. That's a foreign card, so. And I didn't pay. I think I paid that for 100-ish AUD, maybe 150. My memory fails me. I might have written down somewhere, but Love that figure. And when it comes up, mint on card clear bubble. I don't care about a couple of veins, you know I'm going to jump on that. Anyway, that's Coco, one of my favourite from the Hasbro line. I don't know why, it's the colour, it's such a goofball. He was a goofball in real life, so kind of having a goofy figure matches the character he portrayed. So that's me probably halfway now, maybe, through unloading and refinding my toys. So what I'll do now is I'll bring you a bit closer, have a look, show you what we got. Start on the left side, so well actually we'll start on the top. So I've got those few Steel Powers and Kiss figures in the middle, Kiss Amigo dolls in the middle. Looking pretty cool. I love the way I got Ace. I didn't mean to do that. Ace leaning on Jean. Couple of marks. Got that Soundwave 40th. Haven't found anything yet. So top shelf is M.A.S.K. Some Mysterio and random. Then I got some Super Powers and HASBRO WWFs. Some Joes. I've got a lot more Joes, so that box must be coming. And then randomly I've got a couple of HASBROs and whatever. I'll tell you what, I'm going to rehash this before my next video. So we'll start by looking in my changes. So I've got a bit of Best Band, then I've got that glass Lite Vega. And then some first 12s and Vedas at the top. And look at that, a lot of space here. I've still got 3 empty shelves there and probably 2.5 empty shelves on the left. So a lot of space for toys. Actually kind of hoping I've got some space so I can buy some toys because I'm always loaded to the brim and I don't have any space to put them. So that's me guys, I'm unpacking. These guys have been away in storage for some time and I'm enjoying it. So thanks very much guys. I'll get all these sorted one day very soon. And I can't wait actually, and I must say I'm really enjoying it. It's bringing me back to it all. It's actually nothing like displaying your toys. It's nothing like looking at your toys. Having the boxes so long sucks really, but I know circumstances don't always permit it to have them on display, but man, look at them when you got them out. You can actually enjoy them, you know what you got. You're not just packing boxes. I did that for so long and you become a bit of a pack rat, you don't even know what you got, so you're not really enjoying your passion so much, but here it is guys, there's more coming. Thanks for watching guys. Hopefully you guys are into your toys as much as me and enjoy them as much as me. Get them on display. Look, if you've been putting it off, putting them in a cabinet or setting up a room, do it. It's so worth it. And you probably forgot what you got and forgot how much you like what you got. Thanks guys, there's more coming. Enjoy.